State and why. And the golden flashes will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Western Michigan Broncos return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's up behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Brings up second down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. The play action fake. He's going to fire deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Made that play and was hoping to make another.
I believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stay uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The head coach has to be happy with it.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go to the counter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker fires and picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Lowry. Trying to get to it. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Broncos line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The back goes in motion. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Using his legs, it's Buckley. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running it to the right. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Motion from the offense. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17 situation.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Golden Flashes want to crank the tempo. They'll try the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down coming up after the completion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Power football with the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Trying to pick up a first down. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Hard running there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Broncos will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return, it's Martin. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Snatches it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Got it in the middle, it's Martin. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He'll pull it on the read. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the golden flashes, moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. 2nd and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Badgers will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
And the Badgers in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Hunt. They've got the screen set up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Breaks the tackle. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Here's the handoff. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. DB's right up on the receivers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Badgers will punt this one away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So Washington State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And stampeding through the defense. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Badgers are in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Gets it out fast. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And more yards after contact. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Using the quick game. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevell to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that is opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Dropping back, it's Hunt. They're trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Now on the option. Bulls his way forward. Finds a crease at the 20. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He would not be denied.
And that's why this offense loves these design quarterback runs. They're just trying to scheme a way to allow this guy to get into the second level of the defense, because they know if he gets there, he can make people miss, he can hit the Jets, and he's gone.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He'll keep it himself. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Cougars are on the move. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Offense with jumbo personnel. Looking for space, it's Schaefer. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100.
Back-to-back chunk plays, now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Utah State pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Aggies were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves.
Off-play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on 1st down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
It's Hunt. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the air. They're bringing heat. Escapes the sack. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Escapes trouble. Moves away as he feels pressure. Keeps the legs moving. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football. So if you can get to that football, put your head on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They go to the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
It's a nice run there to get the 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
They're going to ride this running back. And that's a live ball. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
I think both defenses are...
Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run, played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Off the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Coming after it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it, and you didn't pick all kinds of running room." And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Running back searching for a hole. The Cougars have enough for the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge. And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive. Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
It's complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game?
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Badger.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And you're like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
A little screen to the running back. Jukes his way for more. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback on the keeper. Now the toss. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we...
score.
Halftime update. The Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. If it's working, why change it? And that... Working in the first half, I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball is slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami. I mean, that looked beautiful and on time.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Finds his big tight end. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Wazoo! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They marched 72 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Wisconsin, 14.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll ride the hot hand. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to pass. It's Hunt. Throwing right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affecting the game.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Washington State will have to boot it away.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a... Fans, talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And into the end zone. Can get it in. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Wisconsin, 14.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Badgers want to move quickly.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Getting some heat. Quarterback moving. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
When you have a quarterback that's this dynamic, you'd be stupid not to get him outside the pocket. Great job bootlegging to the right. Now I can throw the deep ball, I can throw some crossers, or I can run it and take off. It's really tough to defend. The defense did a good job, and I'm going to continue to do this and use his athletic ability to my advantage.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be. And now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nice move to pick up yardage. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to pass. It's Hunt. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wisconsin! Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and fill up his tank and go to fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
Set to advance on the football.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The give to the tailback. At the 40, there he goes. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Gonna run it. It's Schaefer. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Washington State has it all working right now. They'll try the right side. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
To the ground with the back. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ole Miss found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Oxford. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. And the Badger...
Coming up.
line in the hurry up. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Hunt. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, going to the air. He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
There's not many play calls. A bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. Just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards.
Touchdown, Cougars! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Wisconsin, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense...
And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the intercept.
Touchdown, Cougars! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And your Wisconsin Badgers will take over.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Dropping back, it's Hunt. Pressure coming. Got his man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Badgers have it with a 10. He's looking to throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
At the 45 on his way. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line. Second down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The toss sweep to the right. Still running at the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.